Yeah, I think that our team had a confidence about themselves that we started the game with, but I think the thing that I'm most proud of is just that they're beginning to learn how to play 40 minutes, reset themselves when things don't go well. They're beginning to learn to help each other and not depend on the coaches as much, and I think that's where we've sort of turned the corner. Again, it's one win, and it's a big one. There's no question about it. Stanford is really, really good. But I told them before the game what I wanted to see was that we were still growing and that we learned some things from Tennessee and that we were moving forward and getting better, and you hope that the win came out of that, and it did. Just really proud, just because I think this was a complete team effort from preparation, coaches, to the players embracing it.
Is it different than losses earlier in the season against teams that aren't as good as Stanford?
Yeah.
What kind of flipped for you guys, starting with Tennessee, I guess?
Well, I'll say this much. The two teams that Arizona is really good, and I don't want to take anything away from the teams that we've lost to. Even, I guess everybody would question the Hawaii win, but the Hawaii loss, but we were on their home court, and we were in 3 games in 3 days with players that are still trying to find themselves, so to say. So, it may look a little bit different than what I think it is, because I think those teams are really good, and we didn't have our feet on the ground quite yet. But I think if you ask where we are now compared to that, it's just that Shug's healthy. That's a huge piece of this. She's our point guard. And Joyner's playing phenomenal basketball right now, and I think that those are 2 seniors, and LaShawn and Jada are playing great. Jada's playing the best basketball of her life. So you have seniors that feel a sense of urgency, and I think that our young guys are kind of grabbing onto that.
Coach, what do you think a performance like the one Charlie had today against a team like this can do, for her, standing in terms of on this team and being, kind of taking that next step toward being one of your featured, players, so to speak?
I think it's a huge confidence builder for her, just because it was a really quality opponent that she performed like that against, and she's just learning. She's not close to being where she will be because minutes matter, and I was thinking about this last week after the Tennessee game. By the time we get to Christmas, what I was thinking to myself is by the time we get to Christmas break, she won't really be a sophomore anymore, or a sophomore that didn't play very much. And I think there's a different mindset when you've gotten those minutes under your belt and you're comfortable with who you are in your role, and she's coming into her own for sure. This was a fantastic performance by both of these two, and you hope that they continue to grow with this.
Charlie, in these games, do you feel kind of like can you almost feel yourself growing up and maturing as a player as your confidence grows and as the buckets go in and as you guys win these games?
Yeah, for sure. Like Coach said, when you're put in a position like this against the number 1 team, it brings the best out of you. In terms of offensively or defensively, I feel like in the moment I felt like, I got to step up. I'm not a freshman anymore. I'm a sophomore. I'm a key player on this team. So I just did what I had to do. Didn't force anything. Just contributed and helped my team win.
Jordan, is this about as emotional of a win that you can have before the calendar turns over into Big 12 play? You guys are obviously, this was clearly, not just another win.
Yeah, I agree. Going into it's another Sunday, you're going to lace them up just the same way they do. But I think just because me, Suge, and Jada, and LaShawn, we went against them our freshman year going into the year, and we lost to them. And then they knocked us out in the tournament my freshman year. So I think it was kind of more – it was more to it. But at the end of the day, just got to treat it like a regular game. You can't hype it too much because you never know. But, yeah, definitely emotional. We almost shed tears at the end. So I'm just happy we won, and it's a great Christmas present. Start my Christmas off.
How did you end up getting back on the court?
My spring –
They helped you off.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of adrenaline running. So, it hurt. In the heat of the moment, it really did hurt a lot. It really felt just like when I sprained it at Tennessee. But I think they did my test, and they said my test was fine. I still have a lot of swelling in my foot because, I took off 3 days, I think, and I was right back into practice. So, I mean, just all the mileage and stuff on my body right now, but I think going home I can rest it and stuff like that. But in the heat of the moment, yeah, it really did hurt really bad, but I knew I had to get back out there for them.
In the moment, last play, it's in your hand, you see the hoop in front of you. What's kind of going through your mind in that last play?
We got 4 seconds. Should I shoot it? Yeah. Yeah, we're going to shoot the ball.
And how did you think you guys held up at the end with Stanford trying to rally and cut it down?
I think that's where we've grown so much, is not getting too down on ourselves when teams make runs. That's just a maturity thing and a confidence thing for them, because it is a game of runs. And I think in the past games where we didn't perform as well, it was because we got down. You know, it wasn't because we weren't capable. We just got down on ourselves. Body language would get bad, and I think Jamie talked to them in a timeout and really helped them kind of regroup their body language midway through the second half. And you know, they're learning. I mean, they're learning each other. We've got young players that come in when the seniors aren't in, and they're inexperienced. And so every game we play, they're learning just a little bit more about what it takes to play at this level.
Coach, what will be your message now? I guess you guys have a few days off coming with the Christmas break. Maybe a little extra time to enjoy it, but what is your message to them in terms of, you know, how they grow and how they learn from this game now that you have, you know, several days, you know, more than your normal allotment of days before your next game and conference?
Merry Christmas. They understand. I think the one thing that they're beginning to grasp is having the conversations that need to be had without me telling them what it is that's expected. And that's where I think they've grown so much. So I think they all need a break. I mean, it's been a long semester, and they've taken care of themselves pretty well. They've taken advantage of breaks pretty well. They do a pretty good job of eating right and doing all the things that I think they're trying to do to be good basketball players and a good team. And I don't think I have to say too much. They know what's looming. They know conference plays ahead, but they should enjoy it, and they need to go have a Merry Christmas, and we'll get back to work.
How have you learned, people target you trying to get you in foul trouble, and you've learned to avoid it. How have you done that?
Yeah, I didn't get any fouls today. That's crazy. Yeah, 0 fouls.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, 0.
Even in the exhibition games that we're going after.
Yeah.
In the seasons,
I
people
mean,
want to get you in foul.
I guess just becoming smarter. I mean, the more games you play, you learn, you know, the pace and learning how to just play straight up. Knowing that your team needs you on the floor, obviously, you can't foul out, you know. So just being disciplined on defense. So, yeah.
Either Joanna or Charlie, Karen said this was a complete team win. And when you look at the stats, the scoring is pretty evenly distributed. And even someone like Jada who didn't score,
Yeah.
had a huge game, boards and defense. What does that say about this team and what you guys can be when you're playing together?
I think it says a lot. I mean, everybody can contribute, whether it's scoring, whether it's rebounding. I mean, it's anybody's day on this team, in my opinion. Like, I mean, for instance, like at Tennessee, LaShawn had a day like by herself, you know. So and Shook, and so I mean, it's anybody's day. But for us, I think me and Charlie both know we got to step up regardless of any game, you know. But I'm just glad people can contribute. I mean, like the other night, Joanne, I'm straight off the bench, you know, spark. So, I mean, we all can contribute in any way or fashion. So it's just a matter of stepping up each and every night.
Charlie, I asked Jordan a minute ago about the emotion after the game. You don't often see emotion like that after winning December. What was that? Where was that emotion coming from, and what do you feel like you guys proved today to yourselves and to, you know, whoever else might be, you know, looking at this, big college basketball, whatever.
I mean, like how Jordan said, they knocked them out of the tournament. I felt like they took that personal, like, you know, we beat y'all, you know, like this was from the heart. And for us, like, this is my first time playing Stanford, so I'm just like, you know, I feel it for them. Like, I want to win for them. And so coming in, I'm like, man, the fans are there. It's loud. Like, it's a scene. So you want to show up. And so just that emotion just came from, like, you know, we prepared so much in practice. We watched numerous amounts of film and just listening to coach. So, like, that win really just solidified, like, we can do it. Like, if we continue to practice how we play, then we can get things done for sure.
We beat the #1 team.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas.
for sure.